Hello and welcome to this week's episode of The Winning Post, powered by Akash Global Advertising in association with the Serum Institute of India. I'm Mandira Lalwani. Continuing from where we left off last weekend, we'll get you the entire lowdown on the Kentucky Derby as well as the Guineas weekend over in England. But before that, let's have a look at the headlines. The 139th Kentucky Derby was all that it promised to be and more.
Down to the wire, Orb has won the Kentucky Derby!
Across continents, the Guineas Festival was brought to a thrilling finish with some upsets and some triumphs.
For Sheikh Mohammed and Jim Bolger in the Godolphin colours, Dawn approach by 4-5 legs.
Closer home, the SIA Cup this weekend. And finally, from politics to racehorses, Nirmal Singh takes us on his journey.
सपने तो मैंने भी लिए थे और thank God ये पूरे भी हुए हैं.
First up, the Kentucky Derby. Now, this is one race that not only America but the rest of the world looks forward to in eager anticipation. This year was no different. The Kentucky Derby was a mix of rich tradition as well as excitement. Let's have a look.
The most awaited race in the United States culminated in a frenzied excitement of 2 minutes on the 5th of May at the revered Churchill Downs. The 139th edition of the Kentucky Derby stood as a shining example of the glamour, entertainment, and equine prowess that is synonymous with the Derby. Even though the rain came in early, it did nothing to dampen the spirits of the crowd, and the race itself with its thrilling finish did not disappoint the 151,000-strong crowd gathered to witness the Derby. The Derby welcomed a strong field of 19 runners into the fray.
Ready for the start, they're off in the Kentucky Derby. Java's War was off to a slow beginning, a good start for Verrazano and Falling Sky. Falling Sky is the early leader, and now it's My Lucky Day, and coming through on the inside is Golden Sense, and Palace Malice is right up there too in the early mix as well. Then it's Oxbow to the inside. Vijack is on the far outside. In behind them comes Longshot Giant Finish, Frack Daddy Extreme outside. Then Will Take Charge. Normandy Invasion rides the rail as they begin that wild scurry into that first turn. And then it's a length farther back to overanalyze. Lines of Battle is right there to the outside of horses Golden Soul. And then comes Orb, who is third last as they make their way to the backstretch, ahead of My Lute and Rosie Napravnik. And they're into the stretch, and Normandy Invasion has taken the lead on the outside. Orb is coming with giant strides in the center of the track. And here comes Orb on the outside, now to take the lead as they come down to the 16th pole. It is Orb in front from Normandy Invasion, My Lute, and Golden Soul between horses. Down to the wire, Orb has won the Kentucky Derby!
The horse that came out tops was none other than Shigmage's Orb, who was guided to victory by jockey Joel Rosario, while the second place was claimed by Golden Soul and Revolutionary finished off third. The Derby was Orb's 5th consecutive win after he won the Florida Derby and the Fountain of Youth. Orb gave trainer Shiv Magee his first Derby win with this victory, after the trainer walked away empty-handed 6 times prior to this year's race. After the victory, an exultant Shiv Magee said, jockey Joel Rosario came into the contest on the back of a win at the Dubai World Cup just 5 weeks ago. With the first leg of the Triple Crown firmly under his belt, Orb will now look to continue his winning streak and be the first horse, after affirmed in 1978, to claim the Preakness Stakes and then the Belmont Stakes. While Orb's victory may have grabbed all the attention at the Kentucky Derby, there was someone who quietly created history. Female jockey Rosie Napravnik aboard My Lute was the sole woman contender in the Kentucky Derby and just the 6th woman contestant in the race's history. Rosie won the 9th race on Derby Day 2013 and went on to create history by placing 5th in the Derby, which is the highest finish by a woman rider.
Time now for a quick break here on The Winning Post, but stay with us. We'll be back with the Guineas and more. Welcome back to the Winning Post, powered by Akash Global Advertising in association with the Serum Institute of India. Before the break, we spoke about the Kentucky Derby. It's time now to speak about the Guineas weekend in England.
The Guineas Festival drew to a close on the 5th of May with the first two classics of the British season. The Guineas are the most anticipated race in Europe as the best jockeys compete with each other for glory on the mile-long turf. The 2000 Guineas invited a field of 13 runners into the fray.
And away for this Kipco 2000 Guineas, and fast out in the blue headgear Gloria waits with Let Him More towards the near side, and they've gone herring off ahead of Toronado in the grey jacket, Don't Bother Me, and then down the centre Dawn Approach in the blue colours. You see Gloria waits racing apart from the main body of the field. On the outside of the pack there was Vanderneer, so these two leaders wide apart. Gloria waits on the far side, on the near side is Let Him More, then 3 or 4 lengths to Toronado, followed by Dawn Approach, followed further back by Don't Bother Me, and then Vanderneer on the far side. The pacemakers are beginning to fold up, and it's left to the big two now. The white-faced Dawn Approach on the left, on the right in the grey jacket Toronado. Out wide Gloria Waits is sticking on, then Vanderneer as they race down into the dip. Dawn Approach from Toronado, and Dawn Approach is finding more as they race now inside the final furlong in the 2000 Guineas. Dawn Approach unbeaten, and he's going to win another one here for Sheikh Mohammed and Jim Bolger in the Godolphin colours. Dawn Approach by 4-5 lengths. He's trounced them. Gloria Waits, Vanderneer were chasing him home. The 11-8 favourite.
Favourite Dawn Approach stormed to victory with jockey Kevin Manning in the saddle. Dawn Approach gave trainer Jim Bolger his first 2000 Guineas win. The win provided some respite to Godolphin after they were caught bang in the middle of a doping scandal, and the Sheikh himself was in attendance to witness this triumphant victory. Dawn Approach continued his winning form and remained unbeaten as he crossed the finish line with a lead of 5 lengths over second-place finisher Glory Awaits, followed by Vanderneer. Toronado, who was the other favourite after Dawn Approach, failed to take the lead as he was beaten down after maintaining a steady pace until Glory Awaits overtook him. The 2000 Guineas is considered to be the race that sets the pace for future success, and if Dawn Approach's performance is anything to go by, he looks set to conquer the upcoming Epsom Derby and more. The 1000 Guineas, which followed on the day after the 2000 Guineas, was brought to a close with a thrilling finish. The contest attracted a field of 15 runners, of which Sky Lantern was the favourite to win.
Given time, Moth and Snow Queen. The early pace is not strong. Mazera and Celtic Filly down the centre of the racecourse in company with Winning Express. Ollie Olga tracks those in company with Sky Lantern, Razmaya and Diaminda. Agent Allison's over there with Roz. Down the centre of the racecourse, Just the Judge is the one that tows that group up, that has some heavyweights. What a Name and Hot Snap well to its fore. What a Name tries to improve. Just the Judge moves up to Mazera. Winning Express over on the far side. What a Name, Hot Snap trying to respond. Ollie Olga, Sky Lantern from a long way back, and Moth, whose path was blocked. Just the Judge moves through the press, Winning Express. Then from the far side, Sky Lantern. Moth's had a troubled passage, is now out in the clear. It's Just the Judge on the stand side, Sky Lantern between the pair, Winning Express. Snow Queen thundering home with Maureen. Just the Judge, Sky Lantern over the top. They go for the land, the Guineas. Sky Lantern. Richard Hughes wins the British Classic.
And boy, did Sky Lantern deliver. The filly trained by Richard Hannon brought a measure of redemption to jockey Richard Hughes, who had a disappointing defeat just 24 hours prior at the 2000 Guineas aboard Toronado. Sky Lantern won one for the Richard Hannon team by taking the lead in the final furlong. An emotional Hughes said, "Previously unbeaten Just the Judge finished second by half a length, while Aidan O'Brien's Moth rounded it off with a third place finish." Sky Lantern is expected to make her next start in the Irish 1000 Guineas later this month.
Time for us to slip into a short break here on the show, but stay with us. When we return, we'll go across to Singapore and review the contenders for the SIA Cup. Thank you for staying with us here on The Winning Post, powered by Akash Global Advertising in association with the Serum Institute of India. Time now to head over to Singapore to review the contenders for the SIA Cup, one of the most eagerly anticipated races all over the world because contenders, top horses from all over the world travel to Singapore for this Group 1 race.
It's that time of the year when all eyes are on Singapore for the biggest racing weekend in the Singapore racing calendar. The KrisFlyer International Sprint and the Singapore Airlines International Cup will both take place on the 19th of this month. The KrisFlyer International Sprint, which is a Group 1 sprint race, is run over a distance of 1200 meters on the turf. The thoroughbreds should be aged 3 years and older to qualify for this race. The KrisFlyer International Sprint was first run in 2001 and has since been run 7 times. The prize money offered is a whopping 1 million Singapore dollars. The contenders for this year's KrisFlyer International Sprint are the Singapore Airlines International Cup attracts the best horses from all corners of the globe. It was inaugurated in 2000 in conjunction with the new Singapore racecourse in Kranji. This contest is considered to be a remarkable milestone in the history of Singapore racing. It is a Group 1 race open to thoroughbreds aged 3 years and older and is run over a distance of 2000 meters on the turf. With a purse of 3 million Singapore dollars, the race this year is sure to be a thriller. The contenders list for the Singapore Airlines International Cup this year is packed with the who's who of the racing world.
The Friday before the SIA Cup is also chock-a-block with top racing on its cards, and the Singapore Guineas is on that day. Now, while Mohit and I are fortunate enough to have our own horse breaking worlds running in this competition, on the episode here we will bring you the 2 top contenders and see how they're faring out. The 2013 running of the Group 1 Singapore Guineas will be run on the 17th of May, and an exciting matchup is on the cards. In one corner is the son of Hassanet, Step It Up, while in the opposite corner is the son of Show a Heart, Super 97. The race over the turf will test both horses over a mile, and for many it may just come down to which one stays better. While Step It Up will be tackling the mile for the first time at Kranji, Super 97 has been there twice early in his career with mixed results. Super 97 won over a mile in a novice before turning in a rare, poor performance in a run best forgotten in 2012. He bounced back soon enough in 2013, winning over 1,400 meters in a record-breaking run before narrowly failing to step it up in the second leg of the 3-year-old challenge over the same trip, the Group 2 Singapore 3-year-old challenge. Step It Up has yet to be tested over this trip, and 6 victories from 7 starts is impressive to say the least. His dosage profile is 10-6-8-0-0 with 16 points disposed towards speed. However, with a total of 24 chef de race influence points, there is evidence of some stallion influences that infuse stamina. His dosage index of 5.0 is suggestive of speed preferences, and the million-dollar question on Guineas night is, how much further will he get? Step It Up is by Hassanet, a winner over 1,200 meters, and with the exception of just 3 from 28 Group 1 winning progeny, all have performed over 1,600 meters or even longer. This is a statistic that must be reassuring for connections, and for many experts, this is significant. There is, however, a need to study this further. Step It Up's dam is a winner over 1,600 meters and is a granddaughter of Danehill. Not surprisingly, Danehill line mares have proved an excellent match for Hassanet. Group 1 winner Rian is out of daughter of Danehill, while mares by sons of Danehill have been responsible for Grade 1 winners Eagle Falls and Gold Trail. This isn't reassuring, however, and the 3 exceptions to the Group 1 winners over a mile or further are in fact these 3: Rian, Eagle Falls and Gold Trail. A fact that may possibly find Step It Up failing to see out the 1,600 meter trip. On the other hand, Super 97 has just a total 8 points in his dosage profile, 11510, but does have more stamina points and a dosage index of 1.29, suggestive of the fact that the 1,600-meter trip should be well within his range. By show of heart, Super 97 would probably relish the thought of another shot at his conqueror over the additional 200 meters. Show of heart was a sprinter miler and won 4 Group 1 races through his career. He has sired the Group 1 Cadbury's Guineas winner Heart of Dreams, a testament to his ability to get his progeny to 1,600 meters. Super 97's dam Yabil won 4 times in Australia and is by Zabil one of the finest broodmare sires in the world. He is a versatile influence and has been known to be the dam sire of both milers and stayers. On the track over 1,400 meters, the verdict as of now belongs to Step It Up over Super 97. On paper, however, one can't help but believe that over 1,600 meters, the pedigree is suggestive of the fact that this form could be reversed. Either way, it will be a great matchup and one that should have fans at Kranji equally divided on the 17th of May.
The story of Hazara stud is of a man and his love for horses. It began in 1991 with a dream and a horse and has since become a force to reckon with in the Indian racing scenario.
I'm here at the Hazara stud farm and I can tell you it's actually taken my breath away. Very much a work in progress still, but more to tell us about this is the man in question, Mr. Nirmal Singh. Nirmal Singh, 2012, 2013. What a year it's been for you. Tell us about it. Now, you know this history as a stud farm owner, it goes back many years.
वैसे में तो घोड़ों के मैं 91 से हूँ, थॉरोबॉडी ब्रीडिंग में जो है 91 से मैं ब्रीड करता हूँ। विक्रम सिंह जी और मैं इकट्ठे करते थे पहले, और वैसे तो घोड़ों में हूँ। जब मैं हमारे घर में घोड़ी हमेशा रही है। जब मैं इलेक्ट नहीं हुआ था 82 से पहले, तो हमारे फार्मर्स के पास घोड़ियाँ होती थी, हमारे घर में भी थी, तो मुझे वहीं से शौक़ है और अब मैं पिछले 6 साल से इंडिपेंडेंटली कर रहा हूँ।
The property is located in Ambala, Haryana and spread over an area of 700 acres with paddock sizes reaching up to 100 acres, which are easily the largest in India. The Hazara stud farm has gained tremendous success in a short period of time, with its charges winning race after race across centres in the country, standing testament to the fact that the natural surroundings play a key role in the success of a stud farm.
ऐसा फार्म मैं तो कभी नहीं देखा इंडिया में। 700 acres, paddock sizes of 100 acres. It's tremendous dedication.
बस ये ज़मीन थी हमारे पास बहुत पुरानी पड़ी हुई, तो फिर ये फार्म यहाँ पहले मैं प्लांटेशन करता था यहाँ, फिर मुझे ख्याल आया कि मुझे वील्डिंग स्टेशन यहाँ बनाना चाहिए, और फिर मुझे लोगों ने राय दी, विक्रम सिंह जी ने, गौतम कोतवाल और भी मेरे दोस्त जो हैं, रविया देशमुख, जिस पडमानम पेस्ट्री शराब, जब भी वो आते थे यहाँ तो मुझे वो कहते होते थे कि बड़ा पैडक बनाओ, बड़ा पैडक बनाओ, स्पेशली पेस्ट्री। वो कहते थे पेस्ट्री के कभी भी ब्रेक नहीं लगना चाहिए घोड़े का जब भागता था। तो हमने कोशिश करी है बड़े बड़े पैडक ही बना दिए जाएँ। फिर तो मैंने बाहर भी घूम कर देखा है, उनके पास बड़े बड़े पैडक थे। हज़ारा जो है वो हमेशा टफ हॉर्सेस ब्रीड करने की कोशिश करें। हमारे जो विनिंग्स हैं वो कभी मुश्किल से पैडक दिखाते हैं जो बहुत तेज़ ज़्यादा धूप हो, अदरवाइज वो थ्रू आउट ईयर बाहर रहते हैं। अब छोटे विनिंग्स थे, जब ये छोटे बच्चे थे तो उस वक्त ये विंटर में ही बाहर रहे, हम इनको कभी अंदर लेके ही नहीं आते। ये टीम मुझे वैसे तो हमने हमेशा जानकारी हासिल करी है पुणे वाले जी कैसे करते हैं, लेकिन मेहरा साहब मेरे बहुत से दोस्त थे, उन्होंने मुझे कई बातें की थी। लॉन्ग पैडक्स के बारे में उन्होंने जिक्र किया था और फ्रेश पैडक्स प्रोवाइड कराने की भी उन्होंने कहा था कि कोशिश करो कि विनिंग्स फ्रेश पैडक में जाएं। फ्रेश पैडक्स भी चैंपियन पैदा करते हैं, ऐसा मेहरा ने बोला।
As far as, you know, raising good horses, at the end of the day, you have to be a natural horseman. वो इंस्टिंक्ट होनी चाहिए।
देखिए जी, जिसको पशुओं से, एनिमल से प्यार नहीं है तो वो तो फिर ब्रीडिंग में है नहीं। कुछ ही लोग हैं, चाहे पूनावाला जी हैं, मेहरा जी हैं, इवन खुसरू है, और ये अपने हैं आपके माजरी स्टड फॉर्म में कितने बड़े आदमी हैं वो, जो घोड़ों से उनका प्यार ही जो है वो खींच के शायद लिया है। विजय माल्या जी हैं, हर साल स्पॉन्सर करते हैं, कितना बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन है उनका। एम रामास्वामी के पास किसी की कमी नहीं है, हॉर्सेस से प्यार करता है। जो लोग घोड़े से प्यार नहीं करते, जानवर से प्यार नहीं करते, शायद वो ब्रीडिंग में आते भी नहीं हैं।
Hazara stud has the distinction of claiming the top 4 placings at the Indian 2000 Guineas, a rare feat by any measure. The stallion Rebuttal from Mr. Greeley out of Reboot has sired progeny that have tasted success in a number of races, including the McDowell Signature Premium Indian Derby and the Bangalore Derby.
They've got 400 metres left to go in the Indian Derby, and Machiavellianism ranges up, grabs the lead now by 2 lengths. Superstorm out after it, followed by Montezuma. They're followed then by down the outside New World, and further back is Chivalric Hero with Maximus, and coming on is Windstream. Anybody's race here, and now Superstorm on the outside ranges up, grabs the lead for Jimmy Fortune, coming from the clouds now Hemisphere, but Superstorm wins the Indian Derby.
They say you have to be a horseman, and picking a stallion isn't easy. Let's talk about your 2 stallions. Let's talk about Rebuttal first.
Vikram Singh was with me, then Gautam Kotwal, in Sultan Singh, they asked me to purchase Rebuttal. I didn't saw the horse before I purchased it, and on the phone only we took Rebuttal, and like this Dancing Forever, Padaman suggested me and phone me that you need a class 1 horse, so I recommend a horse. Then again, I think I get it, and within 4 days horse was mine.
Nirmal Singh has enjoyed success at a steady flow. Rebuttal's son Superstorm brought the farm immense pride by winning the McDowell Signature Indian Derby, which is considered to be the topmost race in the country. Zamarin, Rebuttal's first progeny, won the Deccan Juvenile Million. Toro Loco has won the Bangalore Derby, the Maharaja's Cup and the Chief Minister's Cup. Dandified has won a number of races, including the Coles Trial Stakes in Calcutta, the Calcutta Monsoon Derby, the Calcutta 2000 Guineas and the Nanoli Stud Calcutta Gold Cup. The stud farm's filly Lovely Kiss has won the Fillies Trial Stakes in Bangalore, which is considered to be the first classic milestone run over a distance of 1600 meters.
Up 2012-2013, it's the kind of year that people only dream of. Look back at the year for you, which race, which moment stood out as the best moment?
जैसा आपने बताया, सपने तो फिर मैंने भी लिए थे, और थैंक गॉड ये पूरे भी हुए हैं। और हर रेस ही, चाहे वो छोटी थी बड़ी थी, मेरी लिए बहुत एक्साइटिंग थी। जिस तरह बटल का पहला बेबी जमरन जीता, उस दिन भी मैं बहुत खुश था। और फिर इंडियन डर्बी जीती, 2000 गिनी जीती, बेंगलोर डर्बी, हैदराबाद डर्बी, इन्विटेशन, तो थैंक गॉड। और जो है स्वप्न दोस्तों जो मेरे मार्गदर्शक रहे हैं, और मेरी जो टीम है मेरे पास, जो मैनेजमेंट है मेरा, ये बहुत ही डेडिकेटेड है, और इन्होंने बहुत अच्छे से संभाला है। तो वैसे तो श्रेय नहीं को जाता है, मैं तो हफ्ते में 2 दिन ही आता हूँ या 3 दिन आ सकता हूँ ज़्यादा। तो सो आई एम प्राउड ऑफ द मैन, उन्होंने ये अचीव करके दिखाया है। बाकी तो है कि घोड़ों की दुनिया है, बदलती रहती है। एक बार सपन पूरा हुआ तो थैंक यू, थैंक गॉड। आगे भी कोशिश करेंगे अच्छे घोड़े पैदा करने की, लेकिन यू नो कि ये चीज़ें हैं तो मुश्किल ही थी काफ़ी।
Besides his passion for horses, Nirmal Singh has another passion, that of politics.
As far as your life goes, this is a passion, this is a hobby, this is also a business, but you are very occupied with your other life, that's politics.
संजय जी, मैं हमारा परिवार कांग्रेस पार्टी से जुड़ा है। इंदिरा जी के साथ जब उन्होंने इंडिपेंडेंट पार्टी बनाई थी, इंदिरा कांग्रेस, तब से मैं उनके साथ हूँ। तो संजय जी के साथ मैं बहुत रहा हूँ। उनके बाद उनके भाई राजीव जी ने मुझे अपने साथ रखा और काफ़ी मुझे प्रमोट किया। 82 में मुझे चुनाव लड़ने के लिए बोला और मैं जीता। 82 I was youngest in the house at that time. I became MLA in the age of 27 only. And उसके बाद मुझे कई जिम्मेवारियाँ दे के रखी उन्होंने रखी. मुझे फर्स्ट विजिट में अमेरिका लेके गए, काफ़ी मुझे उन्होंने प्रमोट किया, यूथ कांग्रेस का प्रेसिडेंट रखा फॉर 7 years और जनरल सेक्रेटरी बनाया. 2 बार मैं मिनिस्टर भी रहा हूँ. सो मैंने 7 असेंबली लड़ी हैं और सो मैं उस परिवार के साथ ही वही हमें लेके आए हैं. अब राहुल हमारे के साथ रख रहे हैं, उनके हमारे मरहूम लीडर का बेटा है, वो उनकी वाइफ है, तो हम अपना धर्म निभा रहे हैं.
Well, all I can say is good luck and thank you very much. And I can tell you, having been here just 3 days, having seen what we have already, 6 years old, what we're going to have in the future, 5 years from now, this is going to be one of India's greatest contributions to the breeding industry.
With a meteoric rise in such a short span of time, the Hazara stud farm has been catapulted into the big league and looks poised for greater future success.
That's all we have time for in this weekend's episode of The Winning Post. But remember, if you've missed something, just log on to our YouTube channel. Also, you can follow Mohit Lalwani on Twitter to get all his tips. And until we see you next weekend, may the horse be with you.